90 minutes south of Rochester, in the town of Belfast, lies a building that pulls no punches.
Welcome to the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame in Belfast, New York.
Retired teacher Scott Burt opened the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame in 2009 to commemorate a style of fighting that went out of favor over a century ago.
Bare knuckle boxing was entirely illegal. Eyes gouging, hair pulling, alcohol to deaden the pain. Hit him so hard he went out of the ring. 106 rounds to a draw. Can you imagine fighting 106 rounds to a draw?
It was in these barns in 1889, nearly 130 years ago, that the most famous bare knuckle boxer of all time, John L. Sullivan, trained for an 80-round fight with world heavyweight champ Jake Kilrain.
Here he is leaning against the opening that's behind you. 75 rounds later, 2 hours, 16 minutes, outside in 104-degree weather, and a dirt floor with spikes, Sullivan wins. He wins $20,000 in the Police Gazette belt.
The barns were owned by Sullivan's trainer, William Muldoon, a Belfast native that is credited with inventing the modern medicine ball. Muldoon willed the barns to the town church, where they sat mostly untouched.
It was here for anybody to do for 130 years. It sat here. And the people in town knew about it. But it's like anything that's in anyone's backyard. You don't really appreciate it until someone tells you it's good.
Coming up on July 7th, the Hall of Fame will welcome its class of 2018. And sure, it will include legendary fighters who've been dead for centuries, but there will be one member of the class that will be here in Belfast. Voice of the Buffalo Sabres, Rick Jeanneret.
When I explained to him, he said, "Oh my goodness, that's right. Rick Jeanneret has called more bare knuckle fights than any other person in history. Albeit on ice, but he's called them."
With combat sports growing popularity, bare knuckle boxing could become fashionable again. Wyoming recently became the first state to legalize it.
Post it down, that is it!
Back in Belfast, Scott Burt is honored to maintain this chapter of boxing's past.
We all want to do something that will live beyond us. And this is kind of my thing. See, we get a lot of people that say, "Oh, I'm not going to come to it because I don't like boxing." That's not what this is about. It's about history and about learning about history.
130 years later, it's still a knockout. At the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame in Belfast, Prescott Rossi, News 8.